Hello everyone, welcome to the free tutorial on marketing. My name is Paul and I'll be talking to you about some ideas and things that you need to focus on to double and triple your marketing. Some of this will be very basic, but sometimes the best thing to do is go back to the basics and really get that right before you move to some of the more complicated things. What we have going on at the moment is all of this new technology out there, all these new trends, and everyone's asking what should we do. What I'm saying is let's go right back to the basics and let's get that right, and then we can work out what to do from there. The best marketing is strategic, well-structured, and creative. This is a really important sentence, and I encourage you to write this sentence down in the middle of a page and really commit it to your memory. The thing that we want to do though is make sure we understand this sentence. The best marketing is strategic, well-structured, and creative. Why is this so important? Well, let's break this down and really understand what we're actually talking about. When we talk about marketing, what we're talking about is how you communicate effectively, and the key here is understanding your customer, understanding the person who is receiving your message, and making sure that they actually understand what you're talking about. When we talk about strategic, we're talking about how you gain advantage. Now, this doesn't have to be about you gaining advantage and someone being at a disadvantage. In fact, the best strategy is where you look at your customer or look at the person who's receiving your marketing and think about ways to gain advantage for them. When we talk about structure, we're talking about the elements of the business, and in marketing, we're particularly focusing on the elements of the business that convert customers into sales. That's really important here. So these different elements or the different structures of your business include your website, your payment gateway, how you facilitate all your communications. These are specific parts of your business that lead people to the sale, that help them actually purchase your product or service or whatever it happens to be. And when we talk about creative, I want you to really focus in on just concentrating on your point of difference, and in particular how you leverage your point of difference. One of the greatest quotes that I know about creativity comes from Edward de Bono, and he says there's no point in being creative for the sake of being creative. You need to be creative to solve a problem, and one of the best things you can do with creativity is really focus in on your point of difference, finding creative ways to communicate that, finding creative ways to leverage that, and really bringing your point of difference as an added value to the customer. So the best marketing is strategic, well-structured, and creative, and what we're talking about is how you communicate effectively, how you gain advantage, the elements of the business that convert into sales, and how you leverage your point of difference. So the best marketing is strategic, well-structured, and creative. Now for this tutorial, what we're really going to focus in on is structure, the elements of the business that convert customers into sales. And the reason why I want to focus on this is because there are so many businesses out there that don't get this area right, and it causes a lot of problems. So I really want to bring attention to the structure, the elements of the business that convert into sales. When it comes to marketing, people always fall into two categories. There's the strugglers, the people who work really hard but don't generate any results, and the winners, and they're the people who are just crushing it and making it look really easy. The thing is, that by itself is not actually that interesting. What I find interesting is that the strugglers keep struggling and the winners keep winning. Why do the strugglers keep struggling? When you start researching success, one of the things that they end up saying is that, it's really important to have a winning mindset. And so, if I was to say to you, winners don't make excuses, winners make it happen, which is a great thing to say, is this really something that's actually going to help you? Maybe some people this will help, but really what we need is some actual tools that you can apply to your business. So let's dig a little bit deeper. Winners focus on two things while the strugglers focus on one or none. The winners focus on attracting a constant stream of likely to buy customers, and number two, using a structure to convert customers into sales. Now, these are the first two of the three things that you really need to focus on. So I strongly suggest that you write these two sentences down as well. You need to attract a constant stream of likely to buy customers, and you need a structure to convert those customers into sales. So let's break these two sentences down so that we really understand what we're talking about. So number one, attracting a constant stream of likely to buy customers. What we're talking about is our targeted traffic or target market. You would be familiar with that. But the key that we really need to focus on with regards to marketing is likely to buy. Okay, there's no point attracting people who are interested in your product if they're not going to buy. So what we want to do is make sure when we spend money on marketing that we're really focusing in on the people who are actually likely to buy. So when we say using a structure to convert customers into sales, what we're talking about is your website and, more importantly, the business system that converts those customers into sales. And the key here is structure to convert. We want to convert. What ends up happening is that the strugglers focus on number one, they go out there and make a whole heap of noise, they grab a whole heap of attention, they send people to their website, but then they don't have anything to convert them. They don't offer additional value along the buying cycle so that people take a step towards the sale. And so what ends up happening is that it's like fishing, it's like trying to catch a fish with a net. Imagine the fish are targeted traffic and the net is the structure to capture and turn traffic into leads and sales. So you've got your business out there and they're doing a great job, they're working really hard. We've got our targeted traffic or our target market or our likely to buy customers, which are the fish in this case. We've got our website, but as you can see, we've got a big hole in it. We don't have structure put in place to actually convert our likely to buy customers into a sale. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. And that's why I really want to focus on structured marketing. The steps that people take to the sale, and we're going to help our customers along the way. What I find really interesting is when I go and talk with a business and they say, can you fix our marketing? And I have a look at what's going on. I have a look at their website and I see all of this traffic coming to the website, and then I see all of these people just leaving. And I say to them, are you aware that you've got a big hole here? You've got all these people coming in, all these people leaving. And they say, yeah, we know. It's not converting very well. It's been like that for 12 or 18 months. And I say, well, why don't you fix the hole? And the number one reason why they don't fix the hole in their marketing is they don't know how. And this is crazy because all of the information that you need is available for free online. All you need to do is go do the research, find out what it is that will actually fix your problem, apply it to your business, and then voila, you're going to start making more money. And when I bring this up with businesses, what they end up saying to me is they don't have time. And this really gets me because businesses fail because they don't have time and they don't know what to do. And when businesses fail, it's a disaster. It's a real disaster, and the families associated with the business suffer. Not just for the business owners, but employees and also customers associated with the business. This is a big deal. So for me, it's really not good enough for you to say, I don't know how and I don't have time, but at the same time, I understand what you're talking about. If you don't have time to do the research, then what you need is someone trustworthy who will implement the structured marketing for you. Or if you can't afford that, what you need is someone to show you exactly what to do so you can do it yourself, kind of like coaching. Now, to help you, I have a free strategy session where I'll be on the phone with you for 45 minutes working on your business and helping you move from wherever it is that you are and moving to exactly what you want to do. Now remember, the 2 of the 3 areas that you really need to focus on is your likely to buy customers and the structure that converts. In this tutorial, we're really focusing on the elements of the business that convert customers into sales. And the reason why we're focusing there is because a lot of people don't address this properly and they end up going fishing with a big hole in their net. So how do we improve? To improve our website, what we need to know is how many people visit the website each month and how many leads or sales does it produce. Now let's just imagine that 400 people come to your website and it produces 40 sales a month. Now the simple conversion here is 10%. Now, what happens when I talk to businesses and I show them this and I show them how well their website is converting, they ask me, it's a very common question, is this percent a good standard? What about the other businesses? Are they converting at around the same? What is the standard? And I say, it's not the point. The point is you've got 90% of people coming to your website and they're leaving, and that's your hole. And what we want to focus on is fixing the hole. The way to fix that hole is we want to understand why they are leaving. Now, it's really important to understand why they are leaving. Often what happens is people are looking for a specific piece of information, or they're looking to take a specific step in the buying cycle. And if you don't cater towards that step, they will leave. For example, if you're running a clothing retail store, someone walks into the shop and takes a shirt off the hanger, off the rack, and the next step is they want to try it on. And so what happens is clothing retail shops provide a change room so that people can go in and try on the clothing. So you can clearly understand that if you don't provide the change room for that natural step in the buying process, people will leave. They'll go to another shop where they can actually try on the clothes. This is the same for your website. People are coming to your website and they're looking to take the next natural step. But if you don't provide that natural step, or if you don't cater towards that natural step, they will leave. The only way to really understand why your customer is leaving is to actually understand your customer. You have to understand your customer. I can't stress this enough. It's so important that I made a marketing hack book, a workbook for you to go through and really understand what your customers' problems are, what the emotions are that are associated with those problems, and what the driving forces are behind their decisions. Once you understand that, you're able to match your customers' needs in a way that competitors simply are not. Now, this book that I've created, the workbook that I've created, this hack book for you, is absolutely free, so please go ahead and do that. The more you understand your customer, the more value you can deliver and the more money you will make. So let's really break this down. Let's just recap where we've come from. So we've been talking about the best marketing is strategic, well-structured, and creative. And we've been talking about the elements of the business that convert customers into sales. The reason why we've been focusing on the elements of the business that convert people into sales is because this is often where businesses go wrong in their marketing. They're out there, they're trying to catch fish, and they've got a big hole in it. So what we want to do is concentrate on improving the website. To improve the website, what we need to do is understand how many people are coming to the website and how many people are leaving without buying. We need to understand why are they leaving. And the only way to understand why they are leaving is to understand the customer. And as I said before, this is the most important area to focus, and that it improves everything. So by understanding our customer, we can understand what elements of the business we need to actually put in place that is going to help them to the sale. By understanding your customer, you will also understand the value of your point of difference, and you will understand how to really communicate with them. By understanding your customer, you will become more efficient at communicating your message. What that means is that people will be better at understanding what you do, how you do it, the value of it all, because you will craft your message towards them. By understanding your customer, you will be able to strategically gain advantage for your customer and delivering outstanding value for them. Not only that, by understanding your customer, you will be better at attracting them. So, let's bring all of this together and let's really concentrate on what we need to focus on. Number one, we need to attract likely to buy customers. Most businesses are reasonably good in this area. Number two, we need to focus on the structure to convert into sales. Now, this is your website and this is the software and all the different elements that are associated with your website that help a customer into the sale. Now, this is where a lot of businesses go wrong, and that's why I've been focusing so much on the structure. And the third thing that we need to do is really understand your customer. The most important thing is that you understand their problems, you understand the emotions that are associated with those problems, which means you understand the driving force behind their decisions. And once you understand the driving force behind their decisions, you can start helping them in ways that your competitors simply do not. Fill out those questions and go deep with your customer. Really get to know them properly, and then get on the phone with me and let's smash this out of the ballpark. You can do it. I hope this has been helpful for you. Download that hack book. It's free. Get on the phone with me. It's also free, and let's go. Let's really make this happen for you. Hope this has been helpful for you, and we'll see you on the other side.